Voyager 1, the intrepid spacecraft launched in 1977, has long stood as humanity's most distant envoy into the cosmos. For decades, it has transmitted invaluable data from the outermost regions of our solar system and beyond, providing unprecedented insights into areas no other human-made object has ever reached. Despite the passage of time, Voyager 1 continues to surprise and captivate scientists worldwide. Recently, the spacecraft experienced an encounter that challenges our current understanding. This phenomenon is so baffling that it has rekindled debates across the scientific community. What adds to the intrigue is emerging evidence suggesting that Voyager 1 might not be traveling through space alone. Before we dive deeper, please hit the like and subscribe buttons for more exclusive updates. The encounter began as a series of anomalies detected in Voyager 1's telemetry. What first appeared to be a routine glitch in the spacecraft's aging communication systems soon escalated into something far more mysterious. Instruments, which had operated flawlessly for decades, began returning data streams filled with unusual recurring patterns, signals unlike any natural cosmic radiation or mechanical fault observed before. Instead, the patterns displayed a complexity that couldn't be easily ignored. These weren't mere glitches. They appeared to be signals. Or at the very least, they resembled communications in a form that defied every decoding method applied to them. The anomaly's location made the mystery even more perplexing. Voyager 1, having long passed the heliopause and entered interstellar space, was drifting through a region thought to be mostly empty. It should have encountered nothing but sparse plasma, cosmic rays, and the faint residual influence of the sun. Yet, within this cold emptiness, something stirred. A wave of electromagnetic disturbances swept through the plasma, detected by Voyager 1's plasma wave instrument. The signals were synchronized, rhythmic, and remarkably organized, almost as if they were reacting to Voyager's presence. Scientists scrambled to compare these results with previous unexplained phenomena in deep space. While Voyager 1 had once recorded anomalies in plasma density or unexpected temperature shifts, nothing matched the precision and persistence of this latest event. Over the course of 3 days, Voyager continued to receive and transmit data from this mysterious source. Then, just as abruptly as it had started, the signal vanished. The silence that followed was profound, not because of the absence of noise, but because of the many unanswered questions it left in its wake. The implications of such an encounter are truly staggering. First, it challenges our fundamental understanding of interstellar space. This vast expanse has always been seen as a sparsely populated void, shaped mainly by ancient stellar winds and diffuse atomic particles. If something organized, potentially intelligent, exists out there, or at least can produce directed signals, then our entire concept of empty space must be reevaluated. It opens the door to the possibility that interstellar space could harbor phenomena or entities beyond our current scientific comprehension. Further scrutiny of the data uncovered something even more fascinating. The frequency modulation of the signals subtly shifted as Voyager 1 changed its position. These variations weren't random. They tracked Voyager's trajectory and speed precisely. It was almost as if the source generating the signals was aware of the spacecraft's movement and was dynamically adjusting its transmissions in real time. Such an interaction suggests not only detection but also awareness, and perhaps even intention. Another intriguing detail emerged when astronomers working with the Deep Space Network detected extremely faint echoes of the same signal coming from not just Voyager's immediate vicinity, but from multiple directions simultaneously. If these subtle reverberations were genuine, it indicated that Voyager 1 was not the sole point of contact. Whatever this phenomenon was, it either extended across vast stretches of space or originated from multiple sources scattered throughout the interstellar medium. This revelation shifted the tone of the entire discussion. It was no longer just an isolated event. It hinted at a network, or, more unsettlingly, a presence. At Mission Control, the mood moved from fascination to a quiet apprehension. The team, long familiar with the solitude of deep space exploration, now faced something entirely unclassifiable. Every piece of data transmitted from Voyager 1 was subjected to intense examination as groups of physicists, mathematicians, and astrobiologists meticulously analyzed the signals. Though no consensus had been reached on the origin or intent of the patterns, one fact was universally accepted. This event couldn't be brushed off as a mere hardware malfunction or random cosmic interference. One of the most baffling aspects was the very nature of the signal itself. Conventional communication methods, whether natural or artificial, operate within well-understood frequency ranges like radio waves, X-rays, or gamma bursts. But the signal detected by Voyager defied these classifications. It spanned multiple frequency bands simultaneously, generating harmonic interferences and phase shifts that shouldn't naturally happen in such an environment. In many ways, it resembled a form of interstellar encryption, as if designed to be indecipherable, or only decodable by those possessing the correct key. For many researchers, this phenomenon revived ideas that had long been dismissed as fringe science. Theories about technosignatures, dark biospheres, or even shadow civilizations, hypothetical entities existing beyond our usual dimensions of perception, suddenly seemed more plausible. If something could engineer a signal with such precision in this remote, desolate region of space, then it likely possessed capabilities far surpassing our own. The philosophical implications of such an idea are hard to overstate. Voyager 1's encounter raised profound questions about our assumptions in deep space exploration. Until now, the endeavor had been mostly observational. We sent instruments outward to passively gather data, confident the universe would remain indifferent to our presence. But what if that assumption was wrong? What if, in our quest to understand the cosmos, we inadvertently drew attention to ourselves? The possibility that Voyager might have been noticed is as exciting as it is unsettling. It hints at a universe that is not only vast but reactive, perhaps even watchful. This encounter also had an unexpected psychological impact on those involved. The Voyager team, some members having monitored the spacecraft for decades, began to describe the probe in more personal, almost animate terms. It was no longer just a machine. It became a witness, a sentinel that had touched something deeply alien. This sense extended beyond the scientific community, stirring a broader sense of awe and wonder. As news of the encounter gradually emerged, public fascination skyrocketed. Social media platforms buzzed with speculation, ranging from hopeful optimism to apocalyptic fears. Theories flourished: first contact, dimensional rifts, alien probes masquerading as cosmic dust. While many were imaginative, they all converged on one point: something extraordinary had taken place. Adding another layer to the mystery was the discovery of a secondary anomaly in Voyager 1's power systems. The probe had been relying on its steadily depleting nuclear energy reserves, with instruments shutting down one by one to conserve power. Yet, during the hours surrounding the signal event, there was a noticeable surge in output from its thermoelectric generators, an increase too significant to be attributed to known physical processes or random fluctuations. Some speculated that the spacecraft had been momentarily re-energized by the encounter, either through an external source or as a direct result of interacting with the signal itself. If this were true, it suggested not merely communication but a transfer of energy, information, or perhaps something entirely different. This unexpected energy anomaly opened new avenues of investigation. Could the signal have carried a payload? Had Voyager 1 been fundamentally altered by the encounter? Subsequent diagnostics revealed no obvious damage or tampering, but subtle shifts in calibration suggested changes beneath the surface. Components that had been steadily degrading now operated with unexpected stability. Systems previously believed to be dormant began showing faint activity. It was as if the spacecraft, aging and isolated for so long, had been briefly rejuvenated by its encounter with the unknown. Another surprising development came when Voyager 2, trailing millions of kilometers behind its sibling, started detecting similar but weaker disturbances. Though less coherent and shorter in duration, these signals unmistakably resembled the patterns first observed near Voyager 1. This not only indicated a wider distribution of the phenomenon, but also suggested its potential mobility or capacity to interact across vast stretches of space. Voyager 1 might not be alone in more ways than one. These simultaneous encounters hinted at some form of coordination, or at least a shared environment shaped by unknown forces. Maybe the interstellar medium is far more dynamic than we've ever imagined. Perhaps vast regions of space harbor complex fields or consciousness-like networks, invisible to the naked eye. While such ideas verge on science fiction, Voyager's data compelled scientists to take them seriously once again. After all, no one saw this coming. This encounter has rewritten the limits of what we thought possible. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. We'd also love to hear your thoughts. Please leave your comments below and share what you think about Voyager 1's astonishing new encounter. What do you believe it means? Thanks for watching, and see you next time.